We did it! We did it, everybody. We did it. We got to 100 subscribers as of today, as of this morning or something. I don't know. I'm not paying attention that closely. I thought today it'd be fun to do something special, something a little silly. I've been thinking about like what do I want to do to celebrate the occasion, and I debated potentially talking about going over the first video ever I posted on YouTube, but I want to save that for a later, a more specialer occasion, actually. So today I thought it would be pretty fun if I talked about my toys, particularly my Hero Factory collection. If you do not know, the Hero Factories were the somewhat maybe successful follow-up to Bionicles. They're not as cool as Bionicles. Unfortunately though, I was just like a little too old to really enjoy and get into the Bionicle lore and the vibe, but I was at the perfect age for when Bionicles were dying out and Hero Factory was on the rise. I inevitably collected a decent handful. Now before anybody, I don't know, maybe some Hero Factory whiz is gonna come on and click on this video and they're gonna go,
"You don't have that impressive of a collection, actually."
And then I'm gonna say, what? I was 10, okay? I didn't have many opportunities to get these things. I had exactly 2 per year for people to give me these. One is my birthday, and one is my second birthday. Occasionally, I would buy one with some savings or a Toys R Us gift card. R.I.P. to Toys R Us. But anyways, let's get the collection going. Let's get the show a-moving. This is Jammy's Toy Review. Let's hope my parents don't abuse my videos for profit, cause that would suck. We're gonna start off with my Generation 1 Hero Factories. They are otherwise known as Hero Factory 1.0. So let's start off with my boy, Stormer. Stormer, he's the leader of the pack, according to the mythos, deep mythos. There was a whole TV show out of these bad boys. I think one of them eventually like turned to the dark side or something. I don't know, I wasn't paying that much close attention to it. Okay, this is he. I think this actually might have been the first Hero Factory that I ever owned. A big flaw you will notice about these is they do not have many parts. Unfortunately, this whole arm is entirely just one chunk of plastic. That's a bummer. That was the coolest thing about the Bionicles, is they were very detachable, they were customizable, you could throw all kinds of random doodads on them. And unfortunately, the Hero Factories were not made the same. So, cool. Make a little pile over here. I'm gonna have them sit, actually. You can watch the rest of the video. There we go, I like that. Next up in our lineup, we have Surge. I like this one. I kind of like the weapons for this one. He's got these like lightning blade things, right? Technically, supposed to hold them like this. I don't know if you could tell. His fist is curled and he's holding them like this. I always liked about this one is you could customize where his blades were going, how they were associated, so you could, you know, have the standard like this. This is pretty cool, isn't it? Now just you wait, because now I'm gonna turn it into swords. Swords are cool. Watch this. 2 swords? That's cool. Now we're gonna change it up even more so. A motherfucking staff, dude. A staff? That's hella cool. In my opinion, I'm gonna have him sit right next to his captain. Oh, captain, my captain. Here we go. There we go. That's perfect. That's beautiful. Next up, we have Breeze. This one's a girl. Her name is Natalie Breeze. What I do kind of like about this is like they didn't, I don't know, at least they didn't make her like pink. They definitely feminized her look in like the closest way you possibly could with Hero Factories, like, I don't know, it is giving girl boss slay queen yas. No, but like actually though, as they would say, it's giving gender. This is gender euphoria right here. Man, gender goals. Why can't I look like her? She's got guns. She's got a couple of guns. They're like little spear hook guns. That's pretty cool. You can also turn this into a one-handed weapon. That's pretty cool. I gotta stop saying that that's pretty cool. I gotta find a better term. Fucking sick, bro. That's sick, bro. There you go. Next to the boys. Next up, we have, what's his name? Jimmy Stringer? That's cool, I guess. This man has a boombox chest. I always like this one because it had, at my time, two of my favorite colors combined. I do, to this day, think that black and orange, good color combo. Very secret agent vibes, which was totally my thing as a kid. He's got a big old gun. He's got a subwoofer for a gun. He just plays sick beats for you. Or fucking heinous beats. Maybe that's how he wins the battle. It's giving, hey, listen to my mixtape. It's not very good energy. Now we are on to the villains section of the video. We are gonna talk about Corroder. I always thought it said corridor when I was a kid. Interesting lesson you learn. The differences between corridor and corroder. Also, I learned what corroding was because of Hero Factory. They're not just fun, cool toys, Mom. This is educational. Now, this is when we get to the real fun. This guy, unlike the heroes, this guy, first of all, has way more opposable body parts. Like, I don't know why they gave the heroes just like an arm and a leg, or sorry, 2 arms and 2 legs. They didn't give him knees. This guy, look at that knee right there. I can bend the crap out of that sucker. But yeah, this dude's pretty cool. He's got these cool little claw toe things. This is gonna become a mainstay for the Hero Factory villains. This is officially a history of the Hero Factory design by me. This is cool. This one's actually really cool. If I were to grade him, I would give him a B+, actually. Maybe I'd give him like an A-. We're gonna say an A- for this guy. I love the ribbing on these. I love the little spidery shooter hands. He has a ball. I'm not gonna shoot it though, because it's gonna go behind my desk, and that's gonna be a fucking pain in the ass to pick up. I don't want to do that right now. From this point on, another mainstay of the Hero Factory, these little shooter guys. Now that just takes it all up to a whole other fucking level. When you can physically harm the people around you with your toys, when they are designed for you to piss off your relatives, that's just beauty in a toy right there. Next up, we've got Thunder. Feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder.
Thunder.
This one is actually kind of cool. This is what my boy looks like. Hold up, I'm missing a piece of him. He's also got this really sick blade on his shoulder right there, as you can see. He's got a little serrated knife that he can use when he is about to have a delicious steak and chips dinner. He also has, the most importantly, a freaking claw, dude. Look at this sucker. Look at this sucker. Now watch this. This is just a view of me playing with my toys. Happy 100 subscribers. I'm just gonna play with my toys for a little bit. The best part about this is you could get people in a freaking in a panty lock. You could get people in a freaking panty lock, dude. Oh, you think you're gonna go somewhere, hero? No. Enjoy your metal diaper, bitch. I think this one is also really cool. Of the first generation Hero Factories, the villains are way cooler than the heroes. They've got way more moving parts. They got way more weapon design. They're just sick. I'm confused why they skimped out on the heroes to make them these like really boring, just, 5-piece action heroes. But look at this sucker. He's so cool. Thunder, you're gonna go in the back. Now this one is really cool. This one's really neat. His name is Meltdown. This one's cool as heck. He's got toxic waste just dripping off of him. He has an acid whip. An acid whip, isn't that cool? He's got similar claw feet as Corroder, and he also whip sound effect. He's got this cool Cyclops eye. He's just got a neat design overall. I think of the villains, this one is by and far the scariest. This is what my sleep paralysis demon looks like. Walks into a room and he's like, hey man, you want some acid? And I'm like, hell yeah, man, that sounds so cool. This is the last one of the Generation 1.0 Hero Factory collection of mine. And this one's the coolest. Von Nebula. What a badass name, dude. This one, actually took some time to build. Let's see, how many pieces does this guy have? 156 pieces. Now let's see what our main protagonist. How many pieces does our buddy Stormer have? Thank you very much. 17 pieces. Stupid design. Why didn't they give him more? Give him more pieces. Now this one is cool. He's a little more stiff because he has more parts, but overall, just what a sick design. He's got a nice opposable neck. Look at that. He's got a cool mask. I like that mask. It's very Darth Vader, very Lucasfilms inspired. He's got these sweet shoulder pads. They got spikes on them. Look at that, man. This man could kill me. Okay, Von Nebula in his completed form. Look at how cool, how majestic, how just gnarly this guy looks. He's a beefy man. Y'all, is he a DILF? Is this DILF material? Is this what we are calling them now? He's got these little pincers on his face. Little, look at that. Look at that. That's just so sweet. He's got so many moving parts. Just look at the intricacies of this guy. Easily one of my favorites in the collection that I have. He's got a staff. This thing is supposed to create black holes. I'm running out of things to talk about with these guys. Eventually you run out of descriptors once a lot of these look the same. In addition to him having a blade that apparently creates black holes, we got a little spinny mobility piece here, really to create the dynamic effect of the creation of a black hole. I remember at one point there was a movie, there was a TV show about these guys. I don't know, maybe you'll watch it, post my thoughts on the channel, y'all. Anybody remember Ninjago? The show was kinda good for being something to sell toys, for being a complete and utter advertisement of a TV show. It was actually kind of well written. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna now move on to the 2.0 series, which I don't actually have any figurines of. I do, however, have one of the 3.0 series. Inferno is the one that I have of the 3.0s. In this universe, they were on a alien planet and they were fighting animal beast creatures. So he's a bird. They gave them knees. They gave them opposable knees, opposable elbows, opposable wrists. Isn't that so cool? Because I care about these guys. I care about what they're doing. I want them to be okay. I want them to be able to fully extend their body parts, you know? So he's got these little wing attachments on the back end of him. They kind of look wingy. He's also got this beautiful little staff. This was an age where I think a lot of the Hero Factories, they start integrating this part. It works great. It works as a perfect staff. It works as a sword. If you turn it like this, it could be a crossbow or if I were to rate him, I'd give this guy a confident B. These could expand more. You could have more moving parts. You could have more moving pieces. But we're giving you a 3 right now, buddy. Next up, we have the Generation 4 Hero Factories. Now, this is the time in which they changed the packaging. We've had, for the past 3 years at this point, or 3 generations at least, these nifty little boxes, these little tubes. They work really well, they stack really nicely, you can fit them everywhere. Now tell me, what the fuck is this? You hear that? The waves on my mic are going fucking crazy because of how obnoxious it is to open one of these. Now I understand this does cut down on plastics, it does cut down on waste, it cuts down on the amount of space that these things really take up. But I still fucking hate it. Like, you couldn't at least put them in like a smaller box? You've been using cardboard boxes for the villains, why not just use it for all of them? I also feel like that is more biodegradable. I made the mistake of deconstructing some of these. You're gonna watch me put this one together, I guess. His name is Nex. I really like the designs of the Series 4. The Generation 4 Hero Factories are actually pretty neat. The weapons are much more interesting. I always love these little yellow glowy pieces. It's cool. It makes it look like there's action happening. And then they add a blaster. And then there's actually action happening. Now, I will say, they did add an addition to these Hero Factories, and that addition would be handcuffs. They all have handcuffs, and it comes to my mind now that within the Hero Factory universe, I think these are robot cops. So, with that being said, Hero Factory are bastards. I'm all about the ACAB, baby. When they say all cops are bastards, they mean all cops are bastards. There's actually a Generation 3 one that I forgot to include. The reason I forgot, because it's technically not within Generation 3. It's a customizable Hero Factory. My best friend, he was like, I'm making my own custom Hero Factory. And I was like, dude, that's awesome. And so I did quite exactly the same. He is a big ol' bear. Rawr. He's got these 2 claws. And he's got this big old bear paw. This is probably the coolest part of this whole thing. Look at this. Look at this. These actually kind of look like claws. The color design, it's a clear black and purple combo. I really like the Hero Factory design. I also custom added these little purple spikes to him. The cool thing about this is you also got to create a skill set for your Hero Factory. Oh, his full name is Alexander the Shadow. His skill is instant invisibility. He's got an armor stat of something, an attack stat pretty high, a defense stat that's pretty high. Because he has a high attack stat, if you want to attack someone with this, it will do 5% more damage. Now, isn't that cool? Back to Generation 4. This one is Jawblade. This one is a shark. I also took this one to pieces. Damn it. Fast forward the clip, baby. Voila, Jawblade. He's a little clunky. I do really like him. He's got this cool little chomping jaw face. I love these blades. I don't know why I like these blades. I don't really know why the design of the shark has like 2 swords. I'm not quite positive what his utility for that is. I mean, I guess sharks with knives is more dangerous than just regular sharks, but he's got this really cool, twisty, opposable tail. Honestly, if you're designing a shark Hero Factory, this is what it should look like. If I were to rate it, I'd give you I don't know. I think there could be some design changes. I don't know. Something about it feels a little awkward, a little clunky, but it's still really cool. B+. we're doing this one. Another toxic boy. That's like a huge thing in the Lego community. In the early 2010s, it's a huge trend to make toxic everything. There was like a lot of toxic waste villains, a lot of toxic waste Lego sets. I think the green neon Lego pieces are just really cool, which is probably why they made them. Okay, we're gonna do a fun little time. His name is Toxic Reaper. Not Reaper. Reaper. He's cool. I feel like if he had a voice, it would be voiced by Willem Dafoe. Not just because, you know, it's green and the Green Goblin, but just look at him. Don't tell me this doesn't give you Willem Dafoe vibes. Like, doesn't it? Just look at his little sneaky little face. That is a Willem Dafoe character if I've ever seen one. He's got these really dope flame blades. Really cool, really sweet, really gnarly. I mean, just look at the design. The translucent green, the translucent Lego pieces were like hands down the coolest ones you could ever have. He's got these really cool translucent 90s pieces to him. It's giving me the really cool neon Nintendo controller that my family owns. Toxic Reaper, very cool. I would think if I were to give him a rating, I would give him, I'd grade him like an A. I'd give this a confident A, maybe an A-. We are on to our final two. Of the heroes that I own, this one is easily my favorite. His name is Rocka. I wish it was Rocco. How much cooler would it be if his name was Rocco? This guy's just sweet. Now look at him. It's gold. He's gold. He's entirely made out of gold. Well, not entirely. He's got these really nice gunmetal accent pieces. He has a shoulder pad, which is kind of neat. He's got this whole lineup of spears. Look at those. Look at those spears. The blaster. It's got these little pieces, these mechanical pieces. They move. The ball itself is actually really neat. It's a silver ball versus the lime green that we have seen in previous models. You just pop that sucker in there, you launch it at your sibling, and you hit them in the eye, and then you get yelled at by your parents, and it's freaking awesome. He's also got, this might be my favorite piece of all, he's got this. He's got this neat, gnarly little shield. Now look at that, ladies and gents. It is so fucking cool. Look at that. It's got like kind of a holographic tint to it. You just tilt it and you're like, oh, that's so sick. That's so sick. I like that it is not entirely symmetrical. There's some unevenness to it. This is just like one of the coolest Lego pieces that I have. I just want to stare at it for freaking ages. I could get lost in the hallucination, in the holographination, in the hydrofluorication of this. It's really cool. The chest piece is also neat. It's got that little design on the front of it. The mask, one of my favorite masks of the Hero Factories that I've seen. It'd be cool if there were some more accented colors on this, but you can't have everything, now can ya? Easily one of the best designs of the Hero Factories, hands down, by far, 100%, yeah. And now we are on the final Hero Factory. This one might actually be my favorite. Just wait till you see Core Hunter. Now look at this guy. Now this is a sleep paralysis demon, if I ever seen one. This guy has 6 eyes. Or, I don't know, do robots have, can you have multiple eyes? Is it just like a camera at that point? Are they even robots? What are these? Is this some AI technology? Do the Hero Factories exist in the same universe as humans? Is this the extension product of Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk? This one's, oh man. This guy is just, oh man, what a cool design. In terms of the extension pieces, in terms of the flair, I think Rocka definitely has more to offer. Rocka has way more going on in terms of color, in terms of pizzazz, in terms of little widgets that you can move around. You can just twist and turn and rock around. the Christmas tree all day and night with him. With this guy, not so much. But the aesthetic of him is beautiful. I will say the mask, the holes in the mask are not as advertised. They do not glow red, but it's still cool. I mean, look at that. That's still a gnarly mask piece right there. I kind of like that there's a couple holes on the top part of that. Gives a little breeze to the cranium. Oh, would you look at that? Don't make me. Don't make me. Oh, fuck. I really like the little spikes popping off of his back. It's really cool. It adds a really spooky flair. I like the simple black and red design. I think the armoring is pretty neat on him. He's got this massive claw. Now again, I think that what would make this better is if they added pieces so that you could twist the claw in and out. Now of course I can do that, but why wasn't the product already made like that? I want answers, Lego, answers. I guess this is it. If I were to rank Core Hunter, I'd give him an A+. If I were to rank Rocka, I would also give him an A+. That's the thumbnail. No, wait, maybe I should make the thumbnail more like Ryan's toy review. He always looks so scared in thumbnails. Like real Mr. Beasting out here. That's all for today. We're gonna do one final thank you so much for watching. As always, I appreciate it. These guys appreciate it. They're so happy that you got to see them. They spend so much time in boxes and bags that crunchy munchy all over whenever you have to open them. So they appreciate the love and the support that you guys have offered by watching this video. I'm dragging on way too long. I'm going to sign off, and you better have a good night, because if you don't, that was just a taste of what his full ability implies. Okay, that's all. Good night.